Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Wonders of wonders. Wonders of a black woman. Of a black woman. Wonders of a black woman.
Taraji P. Henson, one of my favorite actresses, had a Monique moment. She had a Monique moment, and it's more than a moment, it's a movement, really. And I'm just going to get into a little bit of what's going on. And then I will give my full take on this. So, Taraji P. Henson shares she may quit acting over getting paid a fraction of the cost. And she's meaning a fraction of the cost compared to white people, white women in particular, or any other race of woman, right? She says they play in your face, and I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and keep on. Enough is enough, the Oscar nominee said of Hollywood lowballing her. And this is basically a Monique moment. And I call it a Monique moment because when Monique came out and she said how she was being made to do things for free, she was looked at as she was being difficult when she was simply speaking up for herself and wanting more pay or wanting equal pay. It wasn't like she was being a diva and being ridiculous with what she wanted. She was just asking for fairness and equality. And as Black women, we're always asking for fairness and equality. It's not like we're asking for special or preferential treatment or something over the moon and over the top. We have to beg and bug just for special treatment. And it really would shock a lot of you what these beautiful, talented, you know, glamorous actors, actresses, and even singers and rappers are getting paid. You think they have a lot more than what they actually have. Because, these TV shows and these movies gross so much money, and you would just assume that the glitz and the glamour comes with a wonderful lifestyle that includes you having a large bank account. And when Taraji had her Monique moment, I really felt so connected to her in the sense that me as a working woman, and I go to work and I see other people there, people struggling to pay their bills, take care of their families, people busting those double shifts, overtime, doing everything they can to try to make ends meet. It really sort of just broke my heart in a sense to know that a lot of the people that we assume have quote unquote made it are struggling just on a similar level that a lot of us are. And that's something that I really connected with Taraji when she had her moment. So I'm going to play a clip from that. So she and a few others were on the Sirius XM show, and she was asked the question of, is she considering quitting acting? And we all know that The Color Purple have made its remake and it is bursting on the scene and it's fabulous. It has Taraji in it, Fantasia. It's just a phenomenal uh movie, and definitely go to see it. And she was asked, and she's out there doing promotions of said movie, and she was asked this question.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
Um, mm,
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, here's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%.
That's right.
Okay? So do the math. Now we have $5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed.
Sometimes
not
more.
after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So
You're tired.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Can you really relate to what she's saying? I mean, most of us out here are not millionaires. But when she's saying that basically she is the company, she is the product, everybody is getting paid off of her. And it can be exhausting, it can be tiring that you have all these mouths to feed who have mouths to feed, basically. People who are getting paid off of you, and then they have families to take care of. So this one person has so many things drawing off of her, and it's like the government's getting a ridiculous cut. And then on top of that, everybody's getting a cut, and the person that is putting forth the most effort, the reason for the season, so to speak, they're left basically with crumbs. And it's really a shame because so many of us are doing that in our workplace right now. We are busting those doubles, we're doing those overtime hours, we are working those long shifts, we're doing everything we can out here to make ends meet. And so what she's saying is totally relatable to most of us out here. And that's why I just connected with her on so many levels when she says this.
I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what is that?
You guys can relate to that, right? How many times you felt tired when you've had to work your doubles, your overtime, your this or that, and then you still have the kids to deal with, you still have your husband or whatever else you're dealing with, or elder parents that you're taking care of at home, or other responsibilities in addition to you having to go to work and make that money, and you're not getting I know in healthcare, we don't get nearly as much as what we should. Teachers don't get nearly as much as what they should. A lot of us out here are not getting really what we should, because you have a lot of people in the top taking much more than their fair share, and we're doing all the work. And when it comes to Black people, we're always getting the short end of the stick. And even someone who has name recognition, like Taraji P. Henson, like Monique, like all of these Black actors and actresses and entertainers, that you would think that they are living on easy street and doing what they love, and life should be wonderful and golden. And I'm sure there are many moments where it is. But as you can see, it does take its toll.
I'm tired.
I get that. I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. I think it's an important message for people to hear because we see the lights, camera, action.
And then
And
they
it's
tell
so
me we
glamorous,
don't
yes.
translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing. And I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough. That's why I have other things. I have my TPH brand. I have my mental wellness. I have other things because this industry, if you let it, it'll steal your soul. But I refuse to let that happen.
Yes. There's a song in there about life can never break your soul. It's a quote from one of the songs that Hallie
All
sings
right.
in the movie. It seems like
I'm going to leave a link in the description box for this so you can watch the whole interview. But my thing is this, we hear so often, and I'm glad she has other investments so she can financially be okay. She should have other investments where she should financially be okay. I would recommend that to any and everybody. Never put all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Never just have one source of income because it takes away your control. So the way I look at this, and from Monique speaking out to Taraji breaking down and speaking out, and it's ironic that Monique was supposed to play Cookie on Empire, and just, when she came out against Oprah and Lee Daniels and all of that, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't I believe Oprah's friend Gail is doing this interview where Taraji's coming out saying this. I mean, there's some cosmic connection I'm picking up on, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But, it's what I don't understand is why they're being paid so low like that. That's number one. It is a purposeful effort. It's a purposeful effort to pay them as little as possible. It's a coordinated, purposeful, willful effort. That's number one. Number two, these black billionaires like the Oprahs, the Tyler Perrys, the guy who owned BET, these black billionaires out here, American and non-American black billionaires and millionaires, why aren't they making sure they're putting together these movies and paying these black actors what they should be paying them? Even the actors that do movies with the Tyler Perrys and all of that, they're not getting paid what they should get paid when they do work with black production companies and black um studios and black owned studios, I should say. They're not even getting a fair pay from their own because they say, oh, well, the white man isn't paying you that, so we're going to do you the same way. And it's like we're constantly in a situation where we are letting some group of people that don't want to treat us fairly set the standard. So if XYZ Studios owned by non-black people are not willing to pay you what you're worth, the black studios should. They should pay you what you're worth. It's not like people aren't watching the movies. It's not like people aren't patronizing these black movies and TV shows. They are. Pay them what they're worth. We don't even get paid what we're worth from our own people. And so when your own people don't recognize you for what you're worth, you cannot expect others to do so as well. Now, I will say that But the thing is, people recognize you for your worth and your value and your talent. They're just not willing to pay you because Black people, Black Hollywood, Black consumers are not willing to stand up and recognize these actors and actresses for their worth. We don't set standards for ourselves. We don't um, demand equal and fair pay the way we should. We just don't. Look, we need to stop accepting being treated unfairly. And that's what we learned from our ancestors, those of us who are descendants of American Black slaves. We've learned that we can be treated unfairly, and we've got to get up and keep on moving. You get that from your ancestors. The master could be raping and beating you and doing all kinds of stuff to you, and you still got to get up there and pick that cotton, or still got to get in there and cook that food and serve it with a smile. Otherwise you get beat more. So we've really learned to endure suffering. We've learned to endure that. We've learned to endure being talented and not getting recognized in any type of monetary way. Because Taraji has been recognized in a lot of ways as far as awards and this and that and all of that and accolades, but they don't want to recognize you in a financial way, because finances in this world brings power. It brings freedom. So once you start really recognizing your worth, making and dealing with other people who recognize your worth, okay, now you see my worth, pay me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman.